Hi everyone, welcome back. A quick story. We just came back last night from a few wineries that we went to visit over the weekend with some friends in Washington, and we drove to Virginia. We went to Cana Vineyard. We also went to Blackstone, and as well as Chrysalis. Really, we had some really amazing wines, and when we got home, a bit tired, didn't get a chance to go shopping and so on. But today we wanted to just have something simple. So we ordered some fried rice from our local Chinese restaurant. And surprise, they told us, oh, delivery is about an hour and a half. I said, oh no, I can make fried rice in 20 minutes instead of an hour and a half. So that's exactly what we did. I did have in the refrigerator from the other day, I did have some chicken cutlets that I bought. I didn't get to use them, so they were in the refrigerator. So what I did was I actually julienned some chicken cutlets, and I put in a little bit of soy sauce and a few dabs of sesame oil, which is really great. It gives a really great flavor. So what I also did was I had in the freezer, I had some mixed vegetables, some peas and carrots, some corn, and I also had a scallion in the refrigerator. And that's it. That's all it takes. And we're going to make fried rice. And we decided to document this because when things like this happen, well, you know what? We have to make do. So we decided to make some fried rice tonight. So here we go. And this is where we're going to start. The first thing we're going to do is we already started, before dicing everything, I started my rice. And that takes about, again, between 15 to 18 minutes. And the rice is actually almost ready. In about 2 minutes, the rice is ready. It's been done very, very low just to stay hot. And we already did the rice. So what I'm going to do now, the only thing I'm going to do is actually just make some scrambled eggs, and I'm going to put them on the side. That's to mix with the fried rice. So here we go. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to get my large frying pan, which is a non-stick frying pan. And that is the best to make fried rice. You don't have to worry about anything sticking and so on. So while they are both warming up, I put a little bit of olive oil in my smaller pan for the scrambled eggs and a little bit of oil in my larger pan for the rice. So here we're going to do. We're going to take half an onion and we're going to dice half an onion. We don't want it too small, but again, we don't want it huge. So figure about a 1/4 inch square pieces would be perfect. And that's all we really need. They're just something very, very simple just to give it a little bit of flavor. And again, half an onion will do just fine. And that's it. And it's okay, you can even put the onion in the oil. Okay, oh, little skin, sorry. Forgot to peel this onion all the way, but it's okay, we just take it out. So that's going to go very, very easy. We put the onion on here for now. Okay, now that's gonna saute very, very nicely as everything gets ready. And it's okay to have a little bit of chunky onion. It's quite all right because that's going to cook and it's going to taste really delicious. So I'm not worried about those little chunky pieces. Okay, that's perfect. And let me just, a little bit of oil. I put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, now in this pan for the scrambled eggs, that is perfect, that's done. And that's it. Want to wash my hands with raw egg on my hands. I don't want to touch anything else. Okay, so that's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to just mix the egg real quick. And this is it. That's all it takes. It's so simple. Now, I am not going to add salt to anything. On the rice, I just put a dab of salt, not the normal amount of salt that I would put in the rice, because what I want to do is I'm going to get all of the saltiness I'm going to get from the soy sauce. okay? So now what I've done is, again, you know, if you recall the recipe for the rice, it's very, very simple. The ratio is 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cup of water. Use that ratio all the time. You can have some really fantastic rice. So what I did was I did 1.5 cups of rice because I have my mom and my sister going to join us for dinner. They're actually bringing something over right now, and I don't know what they're making, honestly, but we'll see. Whatever they're making, we'll have the fried rice to join. So they should be here in about 10 to 15 minutes, and by that time, everything will be ready. Again, this only takes about 10 minutes. That's it. The thing that takes the longest is the rice. But again, the moment you decide on making something with rice, put the rice up. Put it up immediately, and you know the ratio, and that's it. That's going to be really delicious. Now, when you scramble the eggs for fried rice, you want to scramble them all the way. You want to break them up, but you also want to cook them all the way. You want them dry. You don't want them wet. And you dry them all the way, and it's going to give a little bit of flavor, which is really delicious. That's it. Look at this. The onions are starting to brown. That's perfect. This looks really great. Okay. So now what we are going to do is once the onions are ready, we're going to remove the onions from the frying pan, and then we're going to cook the chicken. Once we cook the chicken, take about 3 to 4 minutes to cook the chicken. Remember, they all diced very fine. And that's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes to cook. That's all it takes. And then we'll combine everything together. Let me put the scrambled eggs right here. Okay, and that's it. Simple. Put it away. Okay, we'll put it there for cleaning later on. So this is fine. The scrambled eggs is ready. The greatest thing is you can actually use any type of vegetables you have, whatever you have in the freezer. I love to have in the freezer some peas and carrots or some corn, some just normal vegetables. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to really spend so much time in the kitchen, and that's what I do. I make something that I can pull out of the freezer, pull out of the refrigerator, and when I do go shopping, I always think about, okay, what can I make with this? What can I make with that? And I buy it. So each day I have something else to do. Okay, the onions are coming along very, very nicely. Now I have my flame at a high heat because I do want the onions to caramelize, and you can see, wow, they're caramelizing really, really nice. They have a great flavor. Okay. I tell you, we really had an amazing time over the weekend at these vineyards with some friends. I mean, they're really great friends. Manuel and Roberto. Manuel is friends with Ron. They grew up together when they were children, so they've been friends for a long time, let's just say. I don't want to say how many years. So they've been friends since they were children. And it's really great. We see them all the time. We go to Washington, or they come to New York, so they're really great friends. Okay, so the onions are ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the onions right on the rice, and it's quite all right. Because remember, you're going to mix them anyway, right? Okay, perfect. The moment I put the flame back, all right, I'm going to put the chicken. Okay, now remember, the chicken is going to sear, and it's not going to take long at all. Just in a few moments. Again, I put a little bit of soy sauce and a few drops of the sesame oil. What we're also going to do is, after the rice is cooked and we're mixing it in, we're also going to put a little bit of sesame oil on top. That really gives it an amazing fragrance. So I'm actually going to put my trusty exhaust a little bit higher. Again, because I don't like the whole house to smell like food. Okay, so what I've done with the vegetables, of course they were frozen vegetables. I put them in hot, just dip them in hot water just to warm them up a little bit, and that's all you need to do. Remember, because they're all cooked, all you want to do is, I don't want to put frozen vegetables because that's going to take a long time. So I warm them up, I put hot water in them, I warm them up as well as the corn, and that's it. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. You're going to love this rice. And it's so easy to do. Now, you could do it with shrimp, you could do it with beef, and just get any steak you like. The one that I like is the short rib, because it's got a little fat in between, so it stays really moist. So anything you like, as long as you cut it very very thin, in strips, and that's really delicious. Okay, look at this. Oh wow, just the chicken with the soy sauce and the oh my God, and the sesame oil. It smells absolutely, oh, it smells delicious. Now this is going to be a lot of rice. I may even have some rice left over because I don't want to make too much. But we're 4 people tonight. It's not only Ron and I. Again, my sister and my mom are coming over. I don't know what they're making. They say they're making something, but you know, I just figure let me make the fried rice that we were in the mood for, and whatever they're bringing over, that's dinner for us. Okay. As usual, you know I love to cook with olive oil. I only cook with olive oil. It's an amazing flavor. I try to stay from vegetable oil. The only time I use vegetable oil is just to deep fry if I'm deep frying something. But otherwise, olive oil is my favorite to-go oil. Okay, this is perfect. Now, as you can see, it's actually, the chicken is throwing a lot of water, but it's okay. Keep it on very high heat, and all of a sudden you're going to see the water is going to evaporate. The chicken is already fully cooked. I just want the water to evaporate. So this way we can fry the rice, and that's it. It's as simple as that. We're almost ready. Now, soy sauce, it's your preference. I just use regular soy sauce, but you can use your low sodium. But I like the regular soy sauce. You know, you can use anything you like. Okay, this is almost done. It's really great. We did have some of the wines we brought on. We have a few bottles extra. Some of the wines we brought over from the winery. One is Wild Boar, which is a Cabernet Sauvignon, which was my favorite, and that's one of the ones that I really enjoyed. And of course, Ron loves is Kana Vineyard Riesling. He loves this Riesling. It's really good, but that's one of his favorites. My favorite was the Cabernet. All right, as you can see, all of the liquid is gone, and it's really wonderful. Now we're going to add the onions. Now I'm going to add just the onions first. Even though some eggplant is in there, it's quite all right, but I'm going to do that afterwards as well. So we have the onions. That's perfecto. Now we're also going to put the peas and carrots, the corn, and some of the scallions. Not a lot, just a little bit. Because remember, the rest of the scallions I want at the end. Oh wow, this already smells so delicious. Okay, and don't forget, anytime you're using a non-stick pan, don't forget, please use either plastic or wooden spoons. Don't use metal because you know it's going to scratch. You know, these are really great pans, but still, I never want to use any metal on these pans. Okay, this is sauteing very, very nicely. What I'm also going to do is, I see it's a little dry, I'm going to add a little bit more of olive oil. Don't worry, it's only olive oil. It's delicious. It's not going to hurt you. I love olive oil. Growing up in Sicily, olive oil was one of the staples, and you know, I don't think we even know what any kind of other kind of oil was. Everything was olive oil, no matter what. And I recall my mom, no matter what kind of dinner she was making, of course, bread is one of our staples, and a little bit of olive oil with a little bit of vinegar, salt and pepper, and oregano. Oh my God, it just dipping the bread in there and then eating whatever you're eating, especially if we're having any chicken or beef. Oh my God, it was so delicious. And I remember that as a child. Some of these flavors, when I have something out, and it just reminds me of my childhood. Okay, this is absolutely perfect. That's it. So now it's sauteing. Again, the heat is on high. So now what we want to do is, let's put some of the rice. Okay. Wow, this is great. Again, this is a lot of rice and a lot of vegetables because it's 4 of us. And again, the reason why I also when I make fried rice, I like to make a lot of it because my mother absolutely loves my fried rice. Now, the thing is that my mother doesn't like leftovers. It's very rarely that she has any type of leftovers, but she loves the rice. So I'm gonna make a little extra. And again, it's not only the excuse, not only my mother, but it's me as well. I love the fried rice leftover. Okay, wow, this looks so good. Okay, and Let's see, should I put the whole, no, I'm not gonna put the whole thing. It's gonna be way too much. Okay, perfect. We're gonna shut this off. Perfect. Well, you know what? I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, wonderful. So now what we're going to do is let it still, I hear it sizzling, and that's okay because that's what you want. So now we're gonna add the soy sauce. And be liberal with the soy sauce, because remember, we added no salt in anything. The only thing I just put just a dab of salt in the rice. I mean, very, very little. But plenty of soy sauce. Okay. And we'll see if we want any more. Now remember, as we're cooking, now we're gonna add some sesame oil. Guys, oh my God, if you could smell this right now, it is absolutely amazing. Oh my God, I love this. And that's it. Now what we do is let's just mix it up. Let me get a different spoon. This is a little too big. Again, always, whenever I'm using this, always wooden spoons. Okay, all you have to do now is just mix. Mix all the way around. So the soy sauce. Oh wow. Guys, if you can smell this, it is absolutely amazing. Oh wow, it is absolutely delicious. I think it's mostly the aroma of the sesame oil that gives it such a great, it's a great taste and also great aroma. So keep mixing, and also be careful. Remember, the heat is on high, so you're gonna have a lot of heat coming off the stove, but just be careful. Wow, this is really good. I didn't tell my mother that we were making fried rice, so when they come over, they should be over any moment. Any moment we're gonna hear a knock at the door that they're here. And wow, this is really, really good. This is really, oh, I made a little mess on the stove. It's okay, we'll clean it up later on. So now, don't forget, keep on putting the heat on very, very high, on the highest heat, because you want the rice to fry. It's not just getting rice and just mixing it with all the ingredients, because it does, honestly, it does give a little different flavor. It gives it a little bit of toasty flavor, and that is absolutely delicious. Oh wow, this looks so good. This is, wow. Okay, now, it's almost mixed, it's almost ready, just a few minutes away. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna put the egg, okay? And again, and the scallions. We're still gonna make it for just, mix it for just a few moments, but what's gonna be is a really great flavor of the scallions, because I do want a little crunch on the scallions. Oh. Okay, Ron is gonna kill me because I'm making a mess. Some things fell on the stove, and it's okay. We both clean together. Well, mostly he cleans. I help sometimes. But he's looking at me funny. Okay, wow, this is really great. Guys, this is almost ready. Oh, wow. This is, I tell you, this is really incredible. I wish you could smell this right now. I see the scallions still nice and raw and crunchy. Now it's going to wilt, they're going to wilt a little bit, but it's okay because that's what we want. Now, a lot of times, listen, you can also make it vegetarian, 100% vegetarian. Just leave the chicken out. Leave the chicken out and you make it vegetarian. If you even want the not to use the egg, you can. So make it vegetarian. And also, remember, any vegetables that you have. I used to use also a variety pack of mixed vegetables, which had, if I recall, it had lima beans and string beans and cut string beans and so on. It's okay, any vegetable that you like, it's whatever vegetable medley you can pick up, do it, it's great. Okay, Ron, okay, I saw I dropped a little bit more. Oh my God, he's giving me such dirty looks that he's got to clean the kitchen. I love it, oh. But it's well worth it because he can't wait to taste it because he loves the fried rice as well. Okay, guys, I have to say, this is a lot of rice, but I mean, for you guys, if it's 1 or 2 people, you don't have to make this much. You know, just 3/4 of a cup or 1 cup of rice is way more than enough. Okay, guys, this is ready. Wow, look at this. How long did it take? It took 10 minutes to make this. The longest that it took is the rice, but you remember, if you decide to make this, put the rice up right away, and that takes the longest while you're getting everything else ready. That's it. I shut off the heat. It's all ready to go. Let's plate some. Wow. Let me get my, board. Wow, this looks so great. And what we're going to do is we're going to do something. Okay, again, with the metal spoon, don't go on the bottom, just on the top. Okay. Okay, wow, this looks so good. Okay, look what I'm gonna do. Make it look really pretty. Okay, now voila. Look how pretty it's gonna look as you're eating it. So this is quick fried rice. It's absolutely delicious. It's so easy to make. Try it. You won't be disappointed. It's really amazing. Once again, everyone, thank you very much. It's really great to have you here again, and hope you enjoy these recipes that I'm making. Again, visit us at philron.com for additional recipes, and also some of the travels that we've been lately, and also this year and last year as well. So I look forward to seeing you on our next video. You want to taste? Make it.